Hello everybody, hello. Welcome. How you doing? I am Darkside Phil and welcome to today's gameplay stream. Today is Monday, September 12th, 2016, and it is an eventful day for many different reasons, okay? First off, today is pretty much going to be the final day, of I want to call it almost the summer gaming season, because it is official that after today, basically there will be non-stop new releases of games, pretty much consistently flowing, from now until the end of the year. Alright? Just to give you some perspective, I'm going to give you a rough idea, real quick here, on the pre-stream today. Tomorrow, we've got the release of ReCore, BioShock Remastered Collection, and the Dead Rising Remastered Collection. The week after that, we've got Batman Episode 2. Oh, by the way, Minecraft Story Mode's final episode also comes out tomorrow, but I'm not playing that for a while. I'll probably play that next week. The end of this month, we've got a real mix of stuff with another episode of Hitman. There's a Forza game, there's a Sonic game, XCOM 2 releases. In early October, we've got Mafia 3, Gears of War 4, the WWE, the PlayStation VR launch, Battlefield 1, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Titanfall 2. In November, we've got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, even though I'm not playing it this year. Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Actually, I see other stuff there that I can't read. I'm looking at my calendar, and there's like 2 other things on the calendar for November I can't even read. And at the end of November, we've got Final Fantasy 15. Then, in early December, we've got games such as South Park, The Fractured But Whole, Dead Rising 4, and now it's official, it is delayed until early December, The Last Guardian. So, pretty much, it's going to be absolutely crazy busy between now and the end of the year. There may be a few minor parts and gaps here or there where there won't be a new release that I'm covering, or where maybe there's a day or two of downtime, but for the most part, okay, it's going to be pretty intense. One of the most intense hardcore gaming seasons that I've ever covered, with the amount of stuff coming out. You know, some years there's new hardware, and because there's new hardware, there usually is a lull because after the hardware launch, there's not that many great games, right? Some years you get a bunch of stuff but it's spread out. Like, for example, last year, I remember the releases started in late August and early September, and then there was actually a kind of a lull, I believe it was in October, and then November was heavy, and then December was light. This year, it's like, oh my god, it's just overload, super duper overload with all of these games, okay? So I'm pretty excited. I hope that you're excited too. I really am. A lot of these games that are coming up are going to end up being longer games, I get the feeling, that are going to take a while to complete. So I hope that I do my best to kind of cover them all and juggle them in a way that you find entertaining, and that you don't have to wait around too much for your favorite game or whatever game you're waiting for to resume. Okay? I have an update in regards to that. So, as I just mentioned, this week, 3 big high-profile new releases. Okay? 3 high-profile new releases that I'm very much looking forward to play. Okay? And you might say, gee, I wonder how Phil's going to cover these games. Well, last night, I put up a poll on my Twitter account, @TheyCallMeDSP, okay? And the activity on the poll has been great, let me tell you. There's been tons of votes. In fact, it's not even been, well, okay, it's been like maybe 14 hours since I posted the poll up. 840 votes, and I'm going to give you the preliminary results because the poll's not over. The poll's going to go all throughout today into tomorrow until it's finally time to play games on Tuesday, okay? Right now, BioShock 1 Remastered, leading the poll at 39% of the vote. That's huge. It's basically, in the lead by a lot. The battle for second place is incredible. It has gone back and forth overnight a million times, okay? Currently, Dead Rising 1 Remastered has 31% of the vote, and Recore has 30% of the vote. It's only off by 1%. Now, last night, Recore was ahead by 1%. So I think what's happening here is that there's, two audiences who want to see these games battling back and forth in the voting of this poll. It's pretty nuts that there's that much kind of a battle for this week, what people want to see. So here's what's going to happen. That poll's going to continue. If you haven't voted yet, I strongly recommend that you do. You got to go to my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, and vote on the game you want to see the most, all right? And the way it's going to work is tomorrow night or early Tuesday, whichever, I'm going to look at the results, and those results are going to determine what I play in what order this week. So, for example, if BioShock is still in the lead, then that will be my main gameplay stream for Tuesday. Okay? And if Dead Rising stays in the second place position, then I'll be playing Dead Rising 1 Tuesday night as my second stream. Okay? And then, judging by the reaction to that and how many people show up and how many people are watching, I'll judge, do I want to keep doing it like that this week? Or maybe after a day or two, I want to mix it up and I want to stick Recore in there too. But I am fully aware that BioShock and Dead Rising are decently lengthy games. So I certainly don't want to get too caught up with three multiple long playthroughs, you know what I mean? So the poll is going to determine the order that I start them, but I may be balancing all of them this week. It all depends, okay? And there will be 3 days in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where there'll be double the streams, double the gameplay. So we're going to have tons of gameplay coming up for you this next week. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, that's the deal, ladies and gents. Now, what else? Why else is today a momentous occasion? Well, today is a momentous occasion because I'm returning to and completing the Nuka-World DLC in Fallout 4. And this is the final currently announced DLC for Fallout 4. I'm not saying that there won't ever be another DLC for Fallout 4, especially because I heard that this season pass for Fallout 4 was incredibly successful, lots and lots of sales. And typically when you see something do successful in sales, these game developers tend to say, even though we said it was the end, let's keep going, right? I would not be surprised if we get word next year that there will be a second season pass for Fallout 4 or something like that. I guess we'll have to see. But for all intents and purposes, this is the final time I'm playing Fallout 4 unless something changes. So I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited. It was a great DLC. I've been playing it since Thursday, okay? And I want to keep going because I like it. And, we're at the end game here of the DLC, FYI. If you're not aware, if you haven't been following along, I pretty much completed the main plot of the DLC last night, but it's not over. There's still lots to do. There's like a couple different miscellaneous things to do, and one of them actually leads to a pretty cool plot elaboration from what I'm to understand. So I definitely want to do it. There's hidden cappies to find. There's medallions to collect. There's rides that I can now ride because I turned on the power in the theme park. And there's still a few missions to do for the Raider clans. And then, depending on how much time I actually have left at the end of the stream, maybe I'll kill off the Raider clans. Just for the hell of it. Because that's a mission too. Everything's a mission. It's cool because now I have the best power armor in the game, so it may help me to fight off these guys quickly or something. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, so I'm excited for that. Now, originally I was thinking I would do a review of Nuka-World tonight for KO Gaming, but there's a couple things that are kind of twisting me against doing this. Number one, the fact that I reviewed King of Fighters 14 last night on KO Gaming, and I don't want that to get overshadowed by another review so quickly. I've never released two videos back-to-back on KO Gaming before, since I launched it earlier this year, and I'm a little worried that if I do, that maybe it will overshadow, and therefore the King of Fighters review won't get as much attention as it deserves. So I'm a little worried about that. That's number one. Number two, there's the fact that Nuka-World is pretty old, and it's a DLC, and I don't know if many people are going to care about the review or not, quite honestly. I mean, I've said a million times on Twitter, I think this is better than Far Harbor, and it's a really good DLC. I don't know if anyone's going to care about the review. And being that it takes a lot of time and effort to put these reviews together, I'm thinking maybe my efforts would be best suited put towards something else. For example, it was announced today that The Last Guardian was delayed. And I think I might want to do a vlog on that. I got a few things to say about it, honestly. It seems like there's a lot of differing opinions and controversy and hype and all kinds of stuff surrounding the game, and I kind of want to address a lot of that and talk about it. So, then I think, so if I do a vlog of that, that could be cool. That would take up a little bit of my time tonight. Honestly, I'm a little behind on stuff around the house. Last night I was supposed to do some chores, and it took me so long to actually finish up the review of King of Fighters 14 that I didn't even get to do them. And I'm behind on it. I'm thinking maybe tonight I'll just do a vlog on The Last Guardian, and maybe I'll just take it a little bit easy, and I'll do the stuff around the house that I need to catch up on rather than get too inundated with doing reviews and stuff. I think it may make more sense. So we'll see. But I think that's how I'm going. I think I'm going to maybe do a special vlog tonight, and that'll be it. And then, prepare for the massive new releases that'll be taking up all of my time all week, right? By the way, I already bought both the BioShock and Dead Rising collections and downloaded Dead Rising 1 Remastered and BioShock 1 Remastered to my PS4. They're literally ready to go when they unlock, so I can play them, quickly on Tuesday. I still have to get ReCore on the Xbox One, in fact. Excuse me. Immediately following this stream, I think I may get it, because there's actually there's an ad right here on the dashboard of Xbox One to just buy it. And it's only $40, which I didn't know. I thought it was a full-fledged game. It's not. It's only $40. I don't know how I feel about that. When they're selling a full-fledged new game for $40, it probably means something. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's not as good, or maybe there's padding, or maybe it's not a full-fledged game. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, that's the deal. Conclusion of Nuka-World right now. Probably tonight a special vlog regarding The Last Guardian. Tomorrow we start with the new playthroughs. That will continue all week long. And we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I think it's going to be a fun week. 3 new playthroughs, right? So I hope to see you there on stream or on demand on YouTube, whichever, right? Considering the amount of gameplay I'm going to be doing this week, I certainly don't think many people are going to be here for every stream. But for those who are here, awesome. If not, you can always catch the videos on demand on DSPGaming right after, okay? That's really about it. I don't have much else to say. And I really do want to get started here. Unfortunately, my cushion on my love seat seems to be squished. Come on. Fluff up, you stupid thing. It sucks because... There we go. Come on. I need back support. Because I have, I do have a back issues, and if this freaking love seat is squishing like this... It's funny, I bought this love seat 2 years ago when I first moved here to Washington. It was what, June? No, it actually didn't come until early August of 2014. So yeah, I've had it for 2 years, but I sit on it all day, every day, right? I'm in the office streaming at least 3 to 4 hours a day, if not longer. So it probably gets more sitting on it than was ever intended for the damn things. In 2 years, the cushions are already freaking getting squished, which isn't good, but hey, whatever. All right, ladies and gents, that's it. I think very quick, really quick. Let's just cover our bases with these gratuitous plugs and we'll get started. This will be very quick. First of all, in the description of every video and stream that I do, you can find a referral link and a discount code to get 10% off of any new Loot Crate subscription. I like Loot Crate. I've been doing it for 2 years. I just did my first Loot anime unboxing, and it was a lot of fun. It was a different kind of crate, and it was totally awesome. And the next one I'm doing is Loot Gaming. So that's awesome, too, and I cannot wait to unbox the Loot Gaming for you over on the King of Hate vlogs. But, yeah, consider using it. I get a little bit of a referral credit for it, and you get 10% off, okay? Please follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. I'm now verified on Twitter to stop any kind of nonsense of people impersonating me, which is great. I also am having, a lot of fun on Twitter. It's been a lot better recently than it has been in the past. People are interacting. People are chatting it up. And Twitter is a much nicer place than it used to be, in my opinion. It's finally starting to not be such a nasty place for trolling, which is good. Even though there's tons of trolling on Twitter. Hasn't been so bad in regards to me lately, which is good. But yeah, I post up a schedule every night so you know what I'm doing the next day. Right now, the poll is going on for what games to play this week. There's a lot of interesting stuff on Twitter, so please follow me there. KO Gaming, I already talked about. It's my channel on YouTube where I do edited videos. All right, I just did a review of King of Fighters 14 last night. I did a review of Deus Ex Mankind Divided last week. Lots of good stuff over there. Please check it out. YouTube.com/KOGaming1. Patreon, where Patreon is the way that you can go above and beyond to support me and allow me to continue to do this as a job, full time. It very much is a major part of my income, and I hope that it will become a bigger part of my income in time so that I don't have to rely so much on YouTube ad revenues, especially because they fluctuate like crazy. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Your pledges this month not only earn you personal perks, but also are going towards the big Halloween Horror Marathon event, by which if you pledge $5 or more and we hit the funding goal this month, you'll be able to nominate and vote on horror games that I'll be playing in a marathon style on October 31st. So I hope we hit the goal. I hope we do it. Last year I did this. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it wasn't as fun as it could have been because I only played one game. This year I'm going to be doing 3 to 4 games. So wide variety. It should be great, and I hope that I hit the goal and we can do this awesome event. All right? And last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna has her own business. It's called The Black Current. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. We're finally hitting that time of the year, ladies and gents, where it's getting cooler in a lot of places. The temperatures are finally starting to dip a bit, and it looks like it's finally going to be time for us to start warming our houses, for us to start, burning things in candles. Usually people use scented candles, but the wax tart melts that Leanna makes are actually much better than scented candles because, number one, you don't need a lighter, right? You don't have to have a lighter around with lighter fluid and all that shit. And number two, there's no fire hazard. They smell just as good. They're just as reusable. They're the same bang for your buck, but none of those hassles. So please check it out at Etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. Don't take my word for it when I say it's a good product. Look for yourself because there's tons of positive feedback from over 500 customers who've ordered from her since the business went live last year. All right. There you have it. It is now time to conclude Nuka-World and to put a fork in Fallout 4. Finally, after a long period of time, it is time to say goodbye to the world of Fallout 4, the Commonwealth of Boston. All right. Thank you, everyone. It's been a fun ride, Fallout 4, and I look forward to finishing it today. Here we go.